What is this? Number 258. Hey, hello. Welcome. Number 258. Photo share and discussion is live December 23rd, 2018. 2 days before Christmas. Went up fast. I guess this is the and also the second day after the fall winter solstice. So we're getting longer days. We're now what, maybe 30 seconds longer in the day than we were 2 days ago, which was what, the shortest day of the year. So we are getting close. Every day is getting longer up through June 21st now. So prime photography time coming down, coming ahead of us. Hope everybody's doing well. Just opened up Flickr, saw a few images posted to the group, and was going to look for, I saw an article, I think it was on, it was something about a super fast lens, world's fastest lens. I'll take a look for it and see. That was kind of an interesting article. I looked at it real briefly. It was on my, showed up on my phone a few days ago, but I want to say a 0.7 lens or something like that, 0.75 or 0.5, which is a pretty fast lens. That'd be perfect for doing holiday lights in the dark, wouldn't it? Let's type in and see what we got here. World's fastest lens. Let's see what comes up. 0.85. Okay. Fastest glass money can buy. I don't know. I'll take a look and see if we can track that down. Maybe if Wes or Dennis join in, they will remember what that was. It was a company. I think it begins with a K, but I can't be sure. But anyway, we are 2 days away from Christmas, coming up fast. So hopefully everybody's got the last minute shopping done. If you haven't, I guess you've got one more day, depending where you're at in the world. We're done, I think. Yeah, we finished everything up today. So our plan is pretty much just to enjoy the holiday. I think, yeah, Pam's taken off the whole week. I'll probably work a little bit Wednesday afternoon, and I know I've got to do some work Thursday and maybe a little bit Friday, but try to lay pretty low, and just kind of relax over the holiday, enjoy the holiday, especially on Monday and Tuesday. Do some of the Christmas traditions that we have, such as we do. I know everybody probably has some traditions that they do, and for us, a lot of times it is. On Christmas Eve, we'll usually have seafood of some kind, not any specific type of seafood or recipe, but we'll do some kind of seafood. And I think this year we're going to do a cioppino, Italian fish stew, basically. We'll go pick up the seafood first thing tomorrow morning and do that along with, some nice crusty bread and type of thing. It's that kind of weather. It's a little chilly, not super cold, not compared to some people, but so we're gonna do fish stew tomorrow, which kind of continues on the tradition of seafood, and then of course the holiday classic, the best holiday film of all time, Trading Places, which we will watch. We watched every year on Christmas Eve the last 20 years, maybe almost 25 years. I think ever since we had a VCR, which was, when would I have gotten a VCR? 1991, maybe 1992. So it's going on 26 years. So we've had it in VCR. Then we had, we kept that for a long time. And then we got Blu-ray. When would that have been? 2001, 2002. And which we still have the Blu-ray of that, but the last 5 years, 6 years, it's been just watching it on Netflix, maybe 7 years, just watching it on Netflix streaming. But we do that on Christmas Eve, have our dinner, and then we and then we also listen to some Christmas music, and like Wes, we do got some Christmas records. that I've collected over the last few years. Not quite as many as Wes. Wes has a lot of holiday vinyl records, and but I've got a couple of cheesy ones, a couple real ones, I guess. So we'll do a couple of those on Christmas Eve, and then watch Trading Places, which is one of the all-time best holiday movies ever, in our opinion, I guess. And then Christmas Day, just kind of get up and unwrap the few presents that we give each other. We got a few. Both of us come from small families, so not a ton of stuff, and it's we don't need a lot anyway. We pretty much get what we need throughout the year. But it's always nice to have a couple quick little surprises. So we'll do that, and then just kind of relax. And we're doing our holiday meal that we've done for years and years, maybe 8 or 9 years at least, is salt encrusted prime rib. So that might be some photography related this week, is maybe kind of photographing that and kind of documenting that. It's just a fantastic recipe. Basically, just get yourself a prime rib roast and put it on a pan and cover it, a few pounds of salt, and just build a little dome over it in salt, and then you cook it low and slow, about 245, maybe 250 degrees, and you just insert a thermometer in there, and then just when it gets to 125, 130, if you like it medium rare, take it out, and the end result is you take it out, you've got the salt is just dried and formed this crust, so it's like a little dome of salt over the meat, and you kind of chip that away, and there's just enough salt from that to give to season it, but it's not salty by any means. But what it does is that salt dries over the meat and just seals in all the moisture, and you cook it low and slow. And you can do it on the grill. I've done it a couple times on the Big Green Egg, but do that in the oven or on the grill, and just cook it at a low temperature until you get to the internal temperature of the meat to whatever is good. Usually, you don't want to cook it any more than medium, but medium rare to medium, and just chip away that salt dome, and delicious, absolutely delicious, tender, delicious, juicy, all the good stuff. And then we'll just mix that with some potatoes, probably some mushrooms, maybe I don't know, some kind of broccoli or that type of thing, and have something for dessert. I think we get a pie. I think Pam might have gotten a pumpkin pie this year. So I don't bake, but got a nice pumpkin pie, and do that, and then just kind of relax. So that's kind of our plans. The weather's supposed to be decent, so maybe I can get out and do some photography, although I've said that for the last few weeks without much success doing it. But it's been for good reasons. Business has been good, and just kind of really, kind of busy at the end of the year. I mean, my business, what I do is can tend to get a little busy at the end of the year, but this is more just stuff that I've been following up on, and people that I've been talking to for, in some cases, 5 or 6 months. They've just, the end of the year, which usually happens with a lot of things, people just decided they want to take action and start doing something. So usually mid-December through mid-January, get just a lot of activity. People that I'm currently working with that want to take some action on something that they've been delaying, or people that I've been talking to that want that have been delaying making a decision on whether they want to go through and do the full financial planning. They just tend to, this time of year is when people make that decision. So things get a little busy. So it's been good, but the end result is, between that and it's just a crappy weather. We've had a lot of rain here this month. It seems like every weekend we've had a fair amount of rain, and that makes it a challenge, because the week has been pretty busy for me. But I think we got almost 7 inches of rain so far here in Atlanta for December, which is a lot. And a lot of it has come between like Thursday and Sunday. It seems like most of the rain is coming primarily over the weekend. So that's kind of curtailed getting out with the camera. It hasn't necessarily been cold. Not cold by any means. Maybe a little cool for Atlanta, but not cold. So weather-wise, it wasn't too cold to get out with the camera. It's just been too wet and dreary and windy, a lot like Dennis, and being up there in the UK this time of year is kind of dark and damp. So we'll see. We'll see if the weather cooperates. Maybe I can get out with the camera. Might not be the large format, but maybe I can get out. If not, then just enjoy other people's photography, which I've been doing a lot of lately. But I did make some more progress this week on kind of taking a look at what I wanted to do for next year, 2019. I talked a little bit about that last week, kind of starting the process of just kind of seeing what we might be able to do as far as travel, time off, where we want to go, what we want to do, and trying to tie in some photography into that. And I know we talked last week. Wes goes to the was it the powwow down there in is it Albany? I think it is, which is not too far away from. There's that state park down there, which I keep forgetting the name, but with the really cool erosion. That might be a fun thing to do in April. And then we're thinking about maybe getting out west this year. We have to see. But if that's the case, then I got to make the decision on what I want to do from a camera standpoint. Do I want to travel with the large format camera and the film or not? And if not, then I'll take digital. But if I do, which I think my preference right now is to get out there with the large format. But the problem is going through the airport and all that stuff can be a little bit of a pain. So if we are going to be at family or friends' house, I can have that stuff shipped out ahead of time and just have it show up. And then we get there, pick up the camera and the film and do what I need to do. And then at the end of the trip, box it back up and send it back home. That way I don't have to deal with, especially the film. I could probably get by with the camera, but the film was just getting very, just a pain to travel with, it seems like. So I'm becoming a fan of, I think, shipping the film wherever I'm going, whether it's to the hotel or friends or family, wherever we're going, and shipping that ahead of time. That sounds more and more appealing to me as I just think about the hassle of it. So, but anyway, we're looking at maybe going out west this year, and I know we're going up to, or pretty sure we're going up to Chicago and Illinois area again this summer. So let's see if I can tie in an extra day or two in there somewhere, and maybe spend it in the city of Chicago. Do that because I haven't really done any photography in the city of Chicago. It's been a few years, probably 4 years, 5 years. We went up there it was last time we were, well, not the last time, but a couple times ago when we were up there. We took an extra couple of days and just did our own thing in the city, which and we just stayed at a hotel down there and did some photography and did some food. Did a couple of the museums and just kind of relaxed for a day or two in the city. And then we went to meet up with our friends there. So that might be a good thing to do this year and get there with the large format camera. That would be kind of cool. I could see setting up a large format camera on Michigan Avenue, by the Art Institute or on the river there. What is the name of those? It's kind of those iconic apartment buildings. They look like cylinders. I can't think of the name, but there's two buildings and they're right there, right up against the river. Kind of that, not Art Deco, but designed from the mid to late '60s. Very, very iconic buildings in Chicago. I could see setting up the large format camera, on the bridge there, photographing. I think would get a lot of attention. I would get a lot of attention doing that. So that might be kind of fun to do something like that. Just kind of set up a view camera on the streets on Michigan Avenue in the summer day, and yeah, that might be fun. It'd be street photography with a view camera. See what I could probably do it pretty anonymously. I don't think anybody would notice. This big camera sitting up. No, nobody would notice that at all. I could probably do it. Nobody would know. But anyway, so kind of thinking about that. Time's coming up fast. 2019 is really only a week away. So just wanted to do that. And still just crossing fingers and hoping we can get out with the camera here. If the weather cooperates and time availability cooperates, hopefully we can get out with that. I want to find that story. Give me just a second here. I don't know where it is. I'll take a look at it. Let's jump into, first let's make sure nobody is in the chat part of YouTube. There we go. Welcome. No, nobody there. Okay. Everybody's kind of quiet. Well, which is expected as we're coming into holiday. I know Joe is probably at the game. I think the Rams are playing the Cardinals in Glendale. So he's got season tickets, so he's probably at the game. I would figure. Let's see here. If I got a message. So he's probably there. And okay, nothing. So he's probably at the game. We're so close to only a day and a half away or whatever. So I don't know what Dennis is probably hanging out with family a little bit. Wes probably the same, or maybe traveling to go somewhere. But let's jump into the images, and we're looking at these. I'll see if I can remember where that stuff on the fast lens. That was kind of interesting to me. And there are also some reviews that came out of the EOS, the new Canon full frame mirrorless. And so I'll see if I can find that as well. If not, maybe we can just talk about that next week, which will be what, the 30th, second to last day of the year. Wow, pretty amazing. Let's go and share the screen here and see. We got a couple images posted from a longtime friend of the show who hasn't posted in a while. So we'll take a look at that. Let's go back here. I think this was the last image from last week. Yeah, Dennis at the Covent Garden Indoor Market, taken 8 days ago or so. There we go. Hope you guys can see that. Kind of interesting. I always like the architecture is just really cool in this building, and it's kind of neat decorations and just nice street scene. And I've got a few pictures here from Simi, who is out and about as usual, which is just amazing. This was taken on the 17th, so last Monday? Yeah. Last Monday? Yeah. Taken on December 17th. Is morning whispers, early morning, gusts of wind. Yeah, the wind will help keep them awake. Yeah, I'm sure it did. That is chilly. When was this digitized? Date and time modified, date and time digitized. 7:53 in the morning, so 8 o'clock in the morning, which is nice and early. And you can see the sun is up, but still cloudy. But just great image as usual. Simi 30 seconds, f11. Nice colors, nice pillowy water. Master of the seaside landscapes is Simi. Great work again. Awesome. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and take some time out. You know, obviously you've been out with the camera, so I hope you're doing well, Simi. Haven't seen you on the show in a while. So if you see this, Merry Christmas to you, and Happy New Year, I guess, too. And keep up the great work, man. It's been fantastic the last couple of years. Viewing your work, you've been quite prolific, which is great. So here we go. It looks like a different take, same scene, same location, but over this way. I think the other shot was over this way. So we moved a little more down the shore and recomposed the image. And this was 3 seconds, f11, with that 24 to 120 at 48 millimeters, so kind of middle of the range. But look at the color there, the purple, orange, that real dark blue. It's almost like a cobalt blue, which is just nice. You get the nice little reflection in the water. So, and the detail on the rocks in front, and the water there. Yeah. Excellent stuff, as always. Oh, okay. And looking back. Okay, so I got three shots from the same general area. Maybe this might be a little farther down the beach. Maybe he was over here last time. This was 1.6 seconds. F11 taken a little later. Or is this a little earlier? 8:07. So just a little bit later on in the morning. Craig Rocks and I begin to grumble in a low monotone voice. I found my spot, then secured the tripod. Spikes. I touched my girlfriend, but there is no need for fear. Yeah, Simeon, camera stability and water. He's very highly attuned to the potential pitfalls of losing control of your camera near the water. He's had enough experience with that to be aware of it. So another great shot. The color's fantastic. I love the light coming over the bay there. I guess it's a bay with the little rock popping up out of the water there. Yeah. Good as always. Yeah, okay. I'll go back here. All right, there we go. So yeah, fantastic one. Now this looks like this was taken on the 17th, so this was probably a little earlier. Let's see. 8:14. That's weird. 8:14. So it's later. The sun's up. Wow. You'd think this almost looks earlier. Maybe you did some post-processing to it. But yeah, just that fire red, dark orange, almost fire red color. Fantastic. Getting quite philosophical. You're getting quite philosophical in your descriptions here, Simi. This is a winter wind, now seemingly upset. No more whispers, but now a roar said, "I thought I made it clear, little man, that you are not welcome here this morning. I shall have to blow you off these rocks and off my shores." I replied, "Please forgive me, winter wind, but I have no intentions of leaving now. Do your worst. I will not be dissuaded." Very nice. Great, great shot, as always. Ooh, that's 175 seconds. There we go, Simi. So the previous one was what? Yeah, 4/10 of a second. And then he put on the big stopper and cranked up the time. 175 seconds. So yeah, so he went with, he was getting a little, I'd imagine Simi's probably getting a little, it's kind of like he had to set a super long exposure. I mean, all these, 10, 11-second exposures. I mean, here we go. I guess you go the other way and do the 175 second exposure. This is 8:18 in the morning, and sun fully up. Here it is, and then with the long exposure, you just get the water turns into a big pillow. The sky, you get the smearing of the clouds as they're moving. The sun coming through it. Yeah, very, very nice, Simi. It is great to see your work. Oh, okay. So here is one from John. We haven't had you post in a while, John. Thanks. Hope you're doing well. Just taking it near my old stomping grounds at Fort Collins, Rocky Mountain National Park, up in the mountains above Denver, or Boulder, Estes Park. Big bull. Looks like a elk. Yeah, taken on September 19th, a few months ago. Right in the fall colors there, stuff turning. The elk is probably maybe getting ready to move to winter ground. I don't know, but September up there, yeah, it's up fairly high altitude, so they're going to get some snow not long after this. Hey, there's Dennis.
How you doing, Mark?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I had a bit of trouble logging on again.
You did? Did the link not work, or?
Yeah, it did. But I couldn't find the show on YouTube. It didn't say it was live or anything. It just showed last week's.
Huh. Okay. So I'm watching it right now. Huh. That's weird. Well, maybe someone's flying a drone over your house.
Yeah, it seems to be the in thing in this country.
Yeah. So what's up with that? What was it? 32 hours they closed down the airport or something like that?
Yeah, and that was Gatwick. I mean, that's a major airport.
Man.
Yeah,
so what was the deal? It was like this couple that was just flying a drone, taking pictures of stuff, or?
Yeah, well, the couple they'd arrested. They've let them go and said they had nothing to do with it.
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, stupid thing to do anyway, flying a drone near a commercial airliner, isn't it?
Yeah. So you just wonder if it was done with ill intent or if it was just purely stupidity.
Well, it seems it was deliberate because it just went on too long, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
I don't understand why they don't just shoot the stuff out of the sky.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that wouldn't be that hard to do, really. Get sharpshooter and just bang, done.
Some countries have trained birds of prey to take out the
take out the drone.
They take out the drone. Yeah, some airports I think have got trained like kestrels or
the
drones. Yeah.
That would be the drone knocked out of the sky by like an osprey or an eagle of some kind.
Yeah, I did see on one of the programs that the guys have got intercepting drones that actually like grab it. They capture the drone in a net. They fire a net on it, which brings it down to earth with a parachute.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, they have got countermeasures for these things, but yeah, I just felt sorry for the people at the airport. I mean,
wow.
One woman had booked a year in advance to go to Lapland with her children to see Father Christmas. Yeah, the kids are obviously all crying, and the flight's cancelled.
Yeah, they said 1,000 flights were canceled or something.
Yeah. So I just think I hope these people don't get caught because they're not going to be very popular. They're going
to it wasn't you, Wes, was it? I know you didn't make a quick drive over to a quick flight over to Gatwick and fly your drone around there for a couple of days.
No, sorry, definitely was not me.
Man, that was crazy. Just one of the world's but what part of this is it the busiest airport in London or second?
Well, I'm not sure because Heathrow is major airport. But Gatwick really is one of the biggest airports. It's probably one of the busiest in the world.
Yeah, it'd be kind of like shutting down, like Hartsfield or something or O'Hare or something like that, having it shut down for a day and a half almost due to.
If they had got the people who did it, then I reckon they would need police protection if they were anywhere near the airport.
Oh yeah. No, they would have threats on their life. Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
20,000 people stuck in the airport with nowhere to fly.
Yeah,
they could have got lynched.
Yeah, it's been a public hanging, just like they used to do in the olden times, huh, Dennis?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they hang you in the public street. Yeah.
Hang you from a drone.
Yeah.
hanging from a drone.
Yeah, they should obviously give them a free flight somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. I can't believe it. I mean, I can understand the airport maybe cancelling a couple of planes or stopping them taking off while they deal with the drone. Why it had to shut down completely for 1.5 days, isn't it?
Yeah, that does seem
Big extreme.
Extreme, yeah. I mean, you want to be careful. I mean, it's just a different world we're in now, but yeah, that does seem a little bit over the top.
Yeah, it seemed to be unnecessary. I mean, obviously they got military, they got armed police on site. I mean, surely someone could have just gone and shot this thing out of the sky.
Yeah. I mean, it take you a minute or so to figure out what part of the airport it is, and you dispatch somebody, and yeah.
I mean, how much they cost these drones? Wes, are they expensive?
Yeah, they start at $500 or so, and then you go up from there.
Yeah, you're not going to be very happy if you get your $1,000 drone shot out of the sky by the police. Yeah.
Well, if you fly at an airport, that's going to happen. They're working on technology to do that now.
They're going to jam. They're going to jam the control frequencies, aren't they?
Yeah.
They have a way to basically have jamming on that would so nothing could get around it. I mean, they just wouldn't work within a certain radius of the airport.
Yeah, they're talking about pre-programming the chips, isn't it? So they won't fly anywhere near an airport. I don't know how that's going to work. They must have latitude in their longitude. Yeah,
the DJI drones, they all have lockouts around airports. So it's all based on GPS, so it knows when it's near an airport.
Yeah.
It won't even let you take off if you're near an airport.
Yeah. And there's a ceiling limit as well. I think there's a limit here. They mustn't go over 500 feet.
Yeah.
Because when you're that close to an airport, the planes are coming in quite low.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Anything over 20 feet in the air could be not good.
Yeah. I mean, there was a guy in the summer flying a drone off of the sea wall here, and he was going right out over the sea with it. And I thought, well, he's brave. If anything goes wrong, it's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you had any close calls with yours, Wes? When you've had a radio glitch or anything? And
I haven't had a radio glitch. I did one time. I was flying backwards, and I wasn't paying attention to how high I was, and I actually hit the top of a tree.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, it fell down and got stuck in the tree, and a couple of the propellers got broken, but that was it.
Okay, yeah. They're pretty durable. Yeah, and the propellers are a couple dollars each, if that, probably. Yeah. Well, I see them all over the place now. I mean, I was just in Costco a couple days ago, and they huge end cap, big displays right as you walk in the doors. Drones, stacked floor to ceiling.
Yeah. Seems like they were the hot item a couple years ago, and now it's back this year again. They're a hot item again.
Yeah, I didn't know much about them last year, but yeah, this year they're back. They're prominent in the stores now. Yeah.
Can you imagine the children who are going to be opening drones for Christmas presents, and their parents are going, "Oh my God, we can't let them out of the house with this."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like having the relatives get your kid a drum set.
Yeah.
Give them a drum set.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the next thing you'll be able to buy is a drone killer.
Yeah. Give the kids a drone and then give the parents a drone killer.
Right.
Yeah. It's an issue. It shouldn't be, but it is. I mean, they're just the technology is so good now that you can make an airworthy drone for a couple $100. Something that'll anybody can fly it. I mean, because they're pretty much almost autopilot the whole time, right? I mean, you just turn it on and hit a button and up it goes. I mean, it stays stable and does everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it means anybody can be a pilot now. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. How long do they fly for? What's the flight time on them? I've never really looked at one close up.
Oh, anywhere from 10 minutes to 25 minutes.
Oh, so are they working on like NiCad batteries or lithium.
LiPos, lithium polymer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a bad flight time. Yeah, they was discussing on the radio. Yeah, was it Amazon or Google are going to deliver your parcels using drones?
Yeah.
Amazon is working on that.
Yeah, I can't see that's ever going to come off because you can imagine the piracy. Everyone will be shooting them out the sky just to get the goods.
Well, they're already stealing stuff off of people's porch. So
yeah, we got the porch pirates. Everybody, that's the new term now is porch pirates, and people come up and steal the packages. Do they have that problem there, Dennis? People stealing packages?
Well, years ago when we lived in the big tower blocks in London, you couldn't have your milk delivered anymore because if it wasn't delivered before you went to work, it wasn't there when you come home.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's a big thing this year. It's finally gotten to the point where there's enough theft of packages from your front porches that it's made the news now. Now everybody's talking about it. Yeah.
And then they have that service where you can give Amazon a key to your house and they can put it inside.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, you've got to buy it's basically a lock, a controlled lock, and was it like $150 or something like that for it? And no, I've never had any issue. Of course, our house is kind of set back from the street a little bit, and it's not a through street. I mean, that probably helps, but
yeah.
But
we haven't had any issues like that either.
Yeah, we haven't yet. Of course, now that I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here, I don't know if you got it in America, but they're selling bell pushes for your front door, which actually activates your smartphone. So wherever you are, you can see you standing at your front door.
Yeah. Well, we have the Ring is the
Ring.
Yeah. Ring. And then the guy at the front door is going to go like, "Well, by the time you get home, guy, there'll be nothing left."
Yeah. Yeah. It's now we put one of those in a little earlier this year, and it's kind of we don't get once again we're not on a real busy street and that type of thing, but yeah, it is interesting, and people are becoming more and more aware of the fact that they're there. I think for a while people weren't aware of them, but now they're people it's becoming kind of common for people to have those. So.
It won't be long, Mark, before you can buy a doorbell with a built-in taser.
Yeah. You have 3 seconds to leave. I'm going to enact the poison darts. Yeah, it's...
so on the forum, you'll see the photographs of the guy laying on the front lawn.
Twitching.
The evidence.
Yeah, twitching from the taser. Yeah, it's kind of sad that we are joking about that now, but yeah, it's the brave new world, I guess.
Yeah, so. It is a shame because I can remember back when I was a kid, and they used to say you could leave your front door open, and no one would take anything. But but my parents said to me that's because no one had anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy not to get anything stolen when you don't have anything to get.
Nothing worth pinching,
Yeah. So, those days are long gone. I think it's still depending where you're at, but I mean for the most part, if you're in a metro area, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean we all learn as we go along. Like Simi learned not to knock his tripod over into the water.
Yeah.
And Joe doesn't have his car service now with his camera equipment in the front.
Yep. It's all learning experiences. Yeah, that's for sure. But now, speaking of camera equipment, I know you guys aren't getting any camera equipment for Christmas or anything, right? That's nothing.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was going to try and get hold of some lights, but I didn't know whether to get the ones that are fixed.
Oh, okay.
Or whether to get like the speed lights, like Joe uses the flashes and that.
Yeah, well, he's got a couple of fixed lights as well, like studio softbox kind of lights, and then he has 2 speed lights. I think he has one on the camera, and then he has another one that you can mount remotely and control. But I mean, oh, this thing behind me is a little softbox light. I mean, I got a set of 2 of them for $50 or something on Amazon.
Yeah, I know they're not expensive. What sort of lamps they got in them? Are they the compact fluorescent?
Yeah, they're the big compact fluorescent ones. So they're
take a while to warm up. Yeah.
Yeah, not too long, not too bad. But you could swap out and put LEDs in there real easy. Is that what you did, Wes? Did you swap them out and put LEDs?
Yeah, I put the LED because I dropped one of the compact fluorescents, so I just said, screw it, I'm just going to put LEDs in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What color did you use then, Wes?
5500.
5500. Yeah. Have you used the 65s, the daylight versions? You know.
No.
No, it's not a great. I don't know how much difference there would be because 55 is white and the other one is like bluey white light. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can set the color balance on the camera to whatever I want, so I can dial it into 5500 and it's fine.
Yeah, be done. I think mine are. I think they're 50. I think they're that's kind of the standard 55. I think 55, 5600.
Yeah. I've got some 4x5 color film, but it's tungsten, so that's basically balanced for the old bulbs, isn't it?
Yeah, which would be green if you didn't adjust it properly. Right? Doesn't it come out green? Yeah, that's
going to be interesting when I use LEDs on that. Yeah,
or you're going to have to. You're just going to have to color correct in, I guess, in Lightroom. That would be the only way to do it.
Yeah, the only problem I found with LEDs, I've got some holograms, which, if you shine a single light source on, then you'll get a 3D concave or convex image in thin air.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the Tutankhamun mask I put on a couple of years ago. It's an actual hologram. But I find if I use a multi-chip LED, the image won't form properly.
So that's an LED that you can change properties?
It's a multiple light source. So it's being affected by the wavelength of different angles of light hitting it.
It's not all coming at the same direction, I guess.
No, that's it. Yeah, because it works fine with a single light source. If you just got one LED, or a bulb, it forms properly.
Yeah,
it's all done with lasers, isn't it? When they use lasers and prisms to write the image onto the negative. Yeah. I really would like to have a go at that one day, but apparently you need like a steel bench bolted down because of the vibrations.
Yeah. Well, okay, I can see. Yeah, because they do have those bulbs you can get. There's some that are single bulb, but a lot of them are multiple.
Yeah, inside the
25 or 50 of them in a 4-inch round.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, I see one which I looked under a piece of smoked glass, and the single light source turned out to have 10 LEDs in it, all slightly at different angles, and that's what's thrown it off probably.
Okay, yeah. So I can see why that wouldn't, why the hologram wouldn't form there, because it's not. It depends on the light hitting it directly, and if you've got going slightly different angles, then it's
I mean, when we say slightly different angles, they've got to be millimeters apart, but obviously it's a multiple light source, so it won't form properly.
Yeah. Well, they're each. What's the refresh rate on LEDs?
They're probably halfway.
120.
Like 60, and they're probably about 30 hertz.
Okay. So the thing is that you got each of them there. They might just be off just that little bit, Yeah. That's
I don't know the electronic side of it, whether they're fired with a forward-going current only, or whether it's like a triac, which will go forward and backwards. Some light on the because your AC is you're going negative. Half the LEDs might work the other way around.
Yeah, it's got to be something with the refresh rate of the light, something like that flicker that we can't see, but it's just enough to throw off the.
Our LED multi-chip light source would affect film.
Yeah.
Gonna have to try it just to find out.
Yeah. I guess Ektar. Yeah, that should. 5600 should be fine for like Ektar indoors. That shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. I think if I try the 6,000 Kelvin, that'd be that'd probably be equivalent to daylight. Man.
Pretty close. Yeah, pretty close to daylight. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Well, yeah, you just need to. Well, I've got the light. I should try that. That's about the only way I'm going to get any photography in with the 4x5. Anyway, I just have to set it up in the house.
Yeah.
Do some. I can do some still life or something with it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because it's going to be grey now to next Easter. So, play indoors. Yeah. That might actually be fun to do that. I haven't done it. I haven't done anything in. No, actually, I did. When I first got the camera, I posted an image of Oscar, our old cat. I took that from inside, but it was shooting into. It was black and white, and it was shooting towards the door, so it had sunlight coming in, and that came out pretty good. But as far as true indoor shooting, I really haven't done that with color, especially. That might be fun. I mean, I did play earlier in the year with using the extension on the 4x5.
Mm-hmm.
So I used the 150mm lens as a macro.
Okay.
Yeah, which it was pretty good because the 4x5 image in the negative was 10 times the size of the image, the ornament I was taking the picture of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty significant. I mean, that's a big, not quite true macro, but pretty close. That was the.
That was the Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was no more than 3.5 inches, maybe 4 inches in height.
Yeah, that's what you said. It was actually a pretty small subject.
Yeah, but it filled the 4x5 negative.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's macro.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
Bigger than it was in real life.
Yeah.
There we go. Where'd it go? It went back. Yeah. You took them outdoors too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just found them. But yeah, that might be kind of fun. Do that. There he is. I'll be back. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, but when I bought my camera, Mark, it had that extension.
Okay. The extension bellows?
No, it didn't have the extension bellows. It's got the long bellows on, but it had a piece that you bolt onto the moving deck,
Oh, okay. All right.
Which basically gives you twice the length.
Yeah, see, mine doesn't have that, I don't think. Did you get that for free, or was?
Yeah, well, it was with the camera. It came with the camera when I bought the camera.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Mine didn't come with that. So yeah, this is the one you were talking about, and then and then you did.
I've done the Wizard, which was smaller.
Mm-hmm. This guy right here. Yeah. So that was only like 1.5 inches tall or something like that, huh?
Yeah, that filled the 4x5.
Yeah, and you got that's a nice sharp image too. I mean, there's actually a little bit of depth of field there, not a lot, but there's a little. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to see what the depth of field was, but I had the lens up, probably f/64.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you got pretty much from his teeth to his eye socket. I mean, so whatever that is, that's maybe a 1/16 of an inch.
Isn't it? Yeah.
So you got a few. F/64 give you 2 millimeters of depth of field.
Yeah. So when I put this picture on my Facebook page, and my friend sent me a message going, "Christ, Dean, I hope that's not a selfie."
Yeah. Feeling a little old today. Yeah.
Feeling that one down.
Yeah. Oh, that might be fun. I might actually try that. That would be. Now you could do some indoor photography of record albums, Wes. There you go. Classic record albums.
You got a picture of the setup I was using there, Mark?
This, yeah. Yeah, that might be fun to do. I think that might be worthwhile. Us to do some vinyl, album covers.
Yeah. See, I've got a bit of tilt on the front standard there to line up the angle of his face.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got a little forward front tilt. Yeah, and extend it out. Yeah, so the lens is, whatever it is, 4 or 5 inches away, maybe six inches away from him.
Yeah, and that had the 150 mil on, which is basically a 50 mil on a large format.
Yeah, that's kind of a neat setup. Yeah, it might be fun. And maybe I've got a project this week. Set up some, do that just to kind of see what we get with indoor with extra light indoors.
The stage light I got to the side there. I converted that to LED. That's got the multi. That has got a single chip LED.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, in it. So yeah, that's. I just made it myself.
Yeah. Well, you're mechanically inclined.
Yeah, well, I'm an electrician, so it's easy for me.
Yeah. I'd do something like that. I'd shock myself and die, and that would be me. Electricity and Mark don't get along very well. But yeah, so yeah, that's about, I think, all I'm going to do photography wise. Maybe if I can, that's probably going to be the only way I'm going to be able to get any photography in here is doing that, because haven't had much cooperation on the weekends with the weather. The last few weeks have been really.
You said on your Facebook page you've been somewhere this week.
Who, me?
Yeah, was it you? Always. I get little messages coming through saying that Mark is so and so.
Oh, I don't know. Where did I check in from? I don't know where it was. Somewhere local. I didn't really go anywhere.
Oh, you didn't take any photos? Yeah.
No, that would be quite a shock if I actually did use my camera. I haven't done that in a while. It's although I was saying to it before you guys popped on that I actually did dedicate some time to kind of planning out, kind of what our travel schedule is going to look like next year, and debating whether to actually take the large format camera with us if we fly or not. And because we're thinking about going out west, which would be perfect for large format, landscape stuff. But
yeah,
it's just such a hassle to travel with a camera anymore.
I'd love to go to where Simi takes his.
Oh yeah, he's
mountain and lakes, and
he's got it's prime. Yeah, it's actually not. Well, it'd be a 2-day drive for us. I mean, it'd be about 700, just under 700 miles. So it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I mean that's within the normal driving distance for us. But to go out to the national parks out west would be that's 1,500 miles, something like that. That's a ways away, 2,000 miles maybe. That's not real to driving.
Driving 1,000 miles, and then you got to do 1,000 miles back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's 2 to 3 days either way. So you take a week getting out and back.
It's only an hour in a plane.
Yeah, a couple of hours in the plane. Our distance seems to be, if we can, at a minimum, it's 500 or 600 miles. If it's going to be more than that, we'll seriously consider flying. But definitely, if it's like 800, 900 miles or more, yeah, we're going to fly.
It's the easiest way of getting around these days.
Yeah, for the most part, although it is nice to have your vehicle with you. I mean, that's the advantage to driving is you have a vehicle with you. You've got more room. You can take basically all your crap. I mean, there's no issue there.
It costs you more money to take your car than it will to fly.
Yeah, sometimes. Yep. By the time you add in staying in a hotel because it takes you long to get there. So the trick is to plan the trips and actually stop at places you want to see on the way.
Yeah.
That way you can justify spending maybe a little bit more money or time because you're seeing things that you want to see anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, I can go to my local airport here, and in 1 hour and 20 minutes, I'll be in Venice, in Italy.
Yeah, for what, 60 pounds, 80 pounds, something like
Yeah,
that.
no, it wouldn't be that dear.
What? I can't fly. I can't drive to South Atlanta for that. Yeah.
Yeah. This is it. You know, to drive to Venice is probably going to take me 2 days.
Yeah. Well, once you guys figure out Brexit, it might be a little more expensive after that. That's going to be the.
Yeah. I mean, can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. I mean, the vote is now in January, apparently, Mark. You know?
Yeah, they delayed. I heard they delayed it. Yeah.
I don't think it delayed a decision, though.
Yeah, the politicians are good at that. They did, same thing here. They just delay things, for we'll do a 2-week continuing resolution to delay the vote, for another month or something. And
yeah, I mean, on my friends' Facebook pages, you got things. The European Union want us to pay billions of pounds over the next 10 years. We've still got to pay, even though we're not in the club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and of course, a lot of my friends have put, we should pay them nothing.
Yeah.
Of course, the 11th of November came round, which is the Armistice Remembrance Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and up on the page, it's got all the war graves on a picture, and underneath it's got Europe, take notice, we've paid in full.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hey, look at that. It's Pat.
Yeah, I don't know. I've tried to join for a while. I was having problems.
Yeah, we saw you pop on for a second and then drop off, so I figured you were trying. So, good. How you doing?
All right. Good.
Good.
Wrapping up a crazy busy season. So it's been.
Patrick, you haven't been on for a while, so I put a really good car on last week for you to see.
Oh yeah. Check.
A classic.
Yeah.
You're coming up to you had all that stuff for upcoming auctions, right? I mean, that was the.
Yeah, this year's been just absurd, like nonstop. Like sunrise to sunset, shooting like 7 cars in one day. I shot 28 motorcycles in one day, that kind of stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Because like one day I got up before sunrise, drove down to Paradise Valley, which is kind of like in the middle of the Phoenix Valley, then up towards Scottsdale, which is towards the north. Shot a bunch of cars there. Then I drove up to Prescott, which is kind of towards Flagstaff in Arizona, and then over to Sedona. And then I had to be back down by 6, and that was all like in one day, and it was.
Wow.
Yeah. And like all those are like, oh, we need the photos tomorrow kind of thing on top of it. So.
Yeah. Plenty of time. You got a couple hours to edit and get us the photos. Yeah.
Yeah. Like one day I slept for about an hour, then drove out to LA, leaving the house at 3, photographed 2 cars, got in a hotel, edited photos till 4 in the morning, slept for a half an hour, and then drove back to Phoenix. And then edited photos once I got back to Phoenix until like midnight that next night. So.
Wow. Yeah.
Almost over, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah. I was going to say you probably have another few days probably through next week maybe.
Yeah. I mean, most of the stuff's already done, I mean, most of the deadline's already there, but then I have to it got to the point where I was just kind of uploading the key photos for the catalog and then getting the rest to them later for the website and whatnot. So.
Yeah. You just had to kind of triage. You figure out the most important stuff.
Because it's like four different auction companies, and so I have them all at the same time, like asking me for, this person wants this immediately, and is wondering why it's taking me so long and that kind of stuff. And
now, are you working with more companies this year than in the past, or
about the same, just a little more for certain ones than others?
Okay.
Like RM Sotheby's, that's who I normally do a ton for. I did quite a bit for them, but not any really, really big stuff. They're who I went out to LA for.
Okay. All right.
And I shot some cool stuff for them, but got to drive some cool stuff like a 300 SL Gullwing, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Had that to myself for like an hour and a half, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's. Well, there's lots of those around. You see those on the road all the time, so
yeah.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, it's going to allow me to this big rush, I'll finally be able to get my gear where I want it. So I'm gonna buy a second body, and then my other Sigma lenses here within the next week or two. So
okay, all right. So you're gonna get what camera body are you gonna get? Do you think?
I think I'm either gonna get just a second 6D, so they have two identical cameras. That way, I'm not like prioritizing one over the other in terms of image quality and just to be the lenses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that kind of makes more sense to me. Otherwise, I might get a 6D2 and make that kind of my primary one, and the other one is like a second. Because I might be shooting one of the auctions this year.
Okay.
So my thoughts are then I'd have like a 50 millimeter and a 20 millimeter, prime on each.
Yeah, you just switch cameras depending on what you need to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the price on the 62 dropped a lot this fall. Yeah, it's like down to like $1,200 now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at Fred Miranda. That's where I bought a lot of used stuff, and I get some pretty good deals on there. So I've been watching for the Sigma 50 on there. But it seems like whenever they pop up, they go really quick.
Yeah.
Because you can get one for like $550, which is for how good that lens is. That's a hell of a price,
What does it normally sell for? $1,000, pretty much?
I think it's like $800.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, maybe $850. I was deciding between that and the 35, but I think the 35 is a little too close to the 20.
Okay.
Unless I get the 20, 35, and 50, but then I'm swapping lenses a bunch again. I don't know if it really makes sense,
Yeah. Oh, cool.
So I still have the 135 as well, but
yeah.
I was gonna show you guys this quick because I mentioned this in the past. So, let's see here. 1 second. Sorry for that extreme close up. So this is a 50 millimeter filter.
Okay.
58 millimeter. I'm sorry.
All right.
58. There's a 72.
Okay.
Bigger. And then we got that.
That's
I
like
can't say. It's the 150.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I should try to take it off here quick.
And that is for on what lens is that for?
That's for the 20 millimeter.
Gosh.
So yeah, it's got I had to buy this big crazy adapter to put it on.
You can serve dinner on that thing.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd.
Wow. Yeah. So was that the filter that was like $200 or something?
Yeah, I got it a little bit. I'm trying to remember. I actually bought it like a damaged one off of their eBay account, and it's like in perfect condition. It was out of the package, so they gave a good price on it. But yeah, here I pulled it off just to make it a little more absurd. To show you how big it looks.
You get the big filter prize for the year for that. I think that wins.
Yeah, and that's the problem. As you can see, it's got the little, convex and the built-in lens hood. So the only way to put a filter on it is this.
Okay, the lens hood isn't removable, so then you got to get a filter or a bracket to get it out. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's so wide at 20 millimeters that you have to have it big enough to not get crazy vignetting.
Yeah. That's why.
And it works well, but and I have no like image quality loss, but it does kind of suck having such a big. Like if I try to put that like in a tight area in a car interior or something, I'm like bumping into stuff, so it kind of sucks that way. But
yeah, you literally there's not enough room. It's because it's so big you can't fit it into where you need to. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's definitely that's a big filter.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, cool. That's good. You've been good that you've been busy. I'm sure. It's
yeah.
Be nice to have a little time off though. Relax a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's been like 2 weeks of like 3 hours of sleep a night or less. So.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to with Christmas and whatnot, relaxing a little bit.
You have anything coming up this next week, or are you pretty much not working?
Well, there's one person I'm supposed to shoot 8 cars for, maybe Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And then I have 3 other cars I have to somehow get to in the next like few days after that are all over the place in the Phoenix Valley. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But then after that, maybe. And then I still have a ton of editing to do. Unfortunately, that's the big problem.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, you won't have to be running around doing much shooting. You're just going to be tied to the computer for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have, though, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, because if you're doing that, that means you're making some money along the way. So that's good. And then when does the auctions kick off? Is it mid-January? Is that when they really start going?
Yeah, they're a little early this year, so I think it's like, like the 10th or something like that.
Okay.
Then Barrett Jackson's like 10 days long, but then the others are kind of I'm not sure exactly what days, but yeah, right in the middle of January. Normally they're closer to the end of January, but this year they're a little early.
Okay. All right.
For whatever reason.
All right. So I need to find out is it Velocity that's going to be broadcasting Barrett Jackson, I think.
I don't know. Is that Speed? What used to be Speed channel?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I was going to say Speed, but I think they changed to Velocity a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So, they used to. I think they did last year. I think they did the whole week. It was Barrett Jackson week, so they did the whole. They start Tuesday and they go all the way through, or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's like Tuesday through Sunday or something, and it's like I think they said 2,000 cars this year.
Wow.
Which. You add up all the auctions in the valley, and I bet there's probably 3,000 cars that go across the block in the course of that week, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, and how much money is changing hands over the course of that week? 3,000 cars. Yeah, I mean hundreds of millions of dollars, really, at the end. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what's that 300 SL you drove? What do you think that's going to sell for?
The estimate is 1.2 to 1.4.
Okay, that's relatively affordable in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because I've shot a bunch of them, but for some reason I didn't think they were quite that expensive. So then afterwards, it's kind of like, oh, I was just driving around in traffic in a, almost $1.5 million car. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
So,
what year is
everyone around me?
55, 56? Is that one?
55. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're driving around in a 60-year-old car that's worth $1.5 million. Yeah, in traffic. Yeah. then you get some blue hair in an Accord that falls asleep at the wheel or something. And
it was kind of fun to see the reaction. So that's kind of an iconic car.
Yeah.
So and even if you don't know what it is, you can tell it's something. And then also it's getting. There's hardly any airflow in the cabin of those because they don't have roll-down windows or anything.
Okay.
So actually at stoplights, I was opening up the gull-wing door to let the breeze come in.
Okay.
So it was definitely interesting to see how many people had their phones out and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, you don't want to be driving that around in the summer there.
No, I can't imagine. Because, I mean, they might have air. Some of them, I doubt they do have any kind of air conditioning.
Yeah.
And then all they have is the little... What do they call them? The little A-pillar pop-out windows, that kind of turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's all they have because the way the doors are formed, there's nowhere for the glass to go. So on some of them, you can remove the glass and put it in little bags.
Okay.
But some of them don't even have that. So.
Wow. That's a little impractical. But
yeah, they're actually terribly impractical cars. The Gullwings, the Roadsters Roadsters are completely different cars.
Yeah.
But the Gullwings don't have. The Gullwings don't have a trunk or anything.
And they've got the really wide sill on the side, right? Isn't it 18 inches wide or something?
Yeah, so you kind of awkwardly get in and
yeah,
they're race cars that they converted, so
yeah. It was they took a race car and then did the minimum they could do to put it on the street pretty much.
Yeah.
And didn't really think about practicality. It was all about function at that point. So racing though, man, if you were racing those things? Well, I guess would you just have would they put in vent hoses from the in the wheel well or something? Is that how they would ventilate those?
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of the race cars didn't have or they had sliding plexiglass where half of the window would slide backwards.
Okay. Yeah.
So they'd have something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine having to drive one of those around in Phoenix because it's a big ass motor with no insulation either. So it was only mid 60s or low 70s out, but I was still getting hot sitting in it.
Yeah.
So
it was worth it though.
Yeah, well, they're super cool cars, and I've photographed a bunch of them. I've driven a Roadster before, but that was the first time driving a Gullwing, and it was definitely a cool experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's one of the little perks that you get every once in a while. You know?
Yeah, and it was interesting too. Right before that, I drove a Mercedes McLaren SLR, which is like it's like a early or like 2005. I don't know. I actually I remember if I posted pictures of the Gullwing on my Flickr, but I didn't share them to the group. One picture anyway. But yeah, I don't know if you know what that car is, but it's kind of it was supposed to sort of be a modern version of the 300 SL.
Okay. Right.
Before the SLS came out.
Okay.
Because the SLS was like a true Gullwing Mercedes built thing, but.
Okay. Oh, cool.
But it was interesting because it was like a giant V8, and it's kind of to see the modern drive the modern interpretation of that car, and then the old version. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because the original one is it a 6?
Yeah, I think it's a straight 6, isn't it?
Yeah, a big one though, like a 4-liter or something like that, isn't it? A good size straight 6. Yeah.
Probably 4.5 liter or something.
Yeah, a big, yeah, big 6.
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so hopefully you get some time off after the first of the year, and then if you're going to go shoot one of those auctions, that'd be interesting. Do that.
Yeah, I've actually shot. I used to shoot one regularly, and that might be the one I'm going to shoot again. But yeah, it's kind of it's interesting. It's definitely kind of stressful, and the only downside is then I don't get to go to the other ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm basically there from like 10 to 10 on the big days, you know. So
yeah, you're there for the whole day, and just stuck on the platform pretty much because you're you don't really get to see much else of what's going on other than just see the cars that come across. Yeah. Oh, good. Well, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I figured you were pretty busy coming into this time of year, so that's good. Let's see. Dennis's car. I think he was going to pay you to come out and photograph it. I think, but it didn't work out. So there he just got done shopping. He was figuring he was. So you go from the Gullwing, $1 million car. What do you think this one's worth, Dennis? I mean,
it was worth $50,000.
I don't know. 5,000 pounds, maybe. I don't know. Something like this. If this is an original one, this is probably worth something. I bet.
Yeah, it's not a split windscreen one, so it's probably 1970s.
Okay.
It's probably worth a few thousand because it's obviously been done up, you know.
The
one I had was like Fred Flintstone's car, where you can see the road when you're going along inside. You know?
Yeah. That's a cool car, though. Honestly, I'd drive it.
Yeah. It's become a classic car now. It's only 1,000 cc. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. I shot a couple for this auction season. I shot a couple of Fiat race cars. They were like the 750 and like the 595 models. They're like, I think they're like 500 and like 600 cc motors, and like they didn't want to start them up because they're old race cars and they didn't have batteries in them or something. So I was literally just pushing them around by myself with like one arm for the photo shoots because they were so light.
That's basically it's a 4-wheeled motorcycle. I mean, that's about all it is.
Yeah. Like I said, these were race cars, so like they only had one seat in them, and the interior was all stripped out, and so I bet they were probably like 800 pounds or something like that. Just crazy.
Yeah, with the 800 cc, something like that, probably made what 100, 110, 120 horsepower, something like that, maybe.
I'd be surprised if it made that much.
Yeah,
I'd bet they're more like 80, something like that.
But that's a lot for a small little car like that. I mean, it still zip around pretty good.
Yeah, and for that era too.
Yeah. This car, this Morris 1000, that have a top speed around 70 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Downhill and with a tailwind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. So, well, good. Yeah. So, are you going to get you getting any equipment for Christmas, you think, Pat, or are you just gonna have to wait until after the first of the year and buy what you need?
Well, I'm basically like ready to buy it whenever. I'm just kind of watching for deals because, like I said,
Yeah.
I want to buy them used because my experience has been any of that stuff on Fred Miranda that people take such nice care of it. And they have feedback and stuff that, save myself a few $100s. Why not, especially considering most places you're going to pay. Well, I guess if a B&H or something, I wouldn't pay tax, but yeah, like that's where I got my 135. That's where I got my 85. I've sold stuff on there. So, and that's where I was looking at my 6D. Just you can get like a normal 6D for like 500 now, something like that. Which is, considering how good that camera is, I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, I'm still happy with mine. So,
yeah. No, it's I mean, I've purchased a camera and 3 or 4 lenses from Fred Miranda. Yeah, and no problems at all. You basically can get a 30 to 40% discount off of retail and get something that's essentially brand new.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth it. But there's a lot of people that just don't want to buy used. They're just scared of it or whatever. And I was like, for that kind of stuff, from an enthusiast site that's dedicated specifically to that, you're gonna.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're buying like a 18 to 55 or something, maybe they're gonna kind of beat it up a little bit. But like, no one's gonna buy a Sigma Art and treat it like shit unless they're like super high, like a wedding photographer that's shooting like 20 weddings a year or whatever, and just kind of naturally gets beat up from being used so much. But for most part of these people, from what I see, it's like they barely use them.
Yeah, they buy the lens, they shoot it a few times, and then decide they don't like it or something else they want. So yeah,
and that's like, well, I've bought stuff too that you find out you like a different lens better, and it's nothing bad about that particular lens. It just doesn't get used. So then why not? Or you find out like with 85, I decided that I wanted something a little longer. Or like my 16 to 35 when I switched to the 20 millimeter prime because I wanted something faster. It's still a good lens and all that, but
yeah. No, it's no. If you know what you want and you've researched it and you know what you have to go into it knowing what you want and research it, and then you go to places like that. Yeah, you're gonna find. You might have to wait a little bit, but you can usually find what you want at a really good price, a real good discount to retail. Yeah.
The other thing I'm very tempted to buy right now that I'm trying to decide if I want to pull the trigger on it is a drone.
Okay.
I'm thinking about buying one of the DJI Mavic 2 Pros.
That was one I saw at. They like $700 or something like that.
The one I'm looking at is about 14. I have 1,500. Yeah, okay. So it's like it's supposed to be just amazing quality. Video and everything, but then also for the still stuff, that'd be cool to be able to, do like the top down shots from way up or all that kind of stuff to actually do still photos with it. In addition to the, to the whatever, because it has like what is it? They claim it has why am I blanking on the name of the camera manufacturer?
It's got the Sony 1-inch sensor in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then it has the lens as a
the Zeiss or something. Maybe.
Or it's shit. It's the even bigger name that's like their little. Maybe it is Hasselblad.
Hasselblad.
Yeah. Hasselblad.
Huh. So it's a so what's the resolution of the camera? Is like what, a 15, 20 megapixel or something?
Something like that. Yeah. You could do like 4K, 120 frames per second video.
Wow.
And I mean, it's supposed to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And so it's just it's actually only 12 megapixel, but
that's still plenty. Yeah. Yeah, just don't get near an airport and start flying. You mess things up. Yeah. So. as Gatwick found out this week with the mysterious drone flying around there.
Good place to practice. Yeah. By an airport perimeter.
Yeah. Go to the airport and practice. Go to Sky Harbor Airport, Patrick, and practice your drone flying skills.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'll try to race some planes, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be good shot, good video. Yeah, that's that actually would be a good compliment to what you're doing now, because where where you're shooting the cars, the landscape, and that type of thing. It would be that'd be a neat additional.
Yeah, I looked at it wrong. It's actually a 20 megapixel. I was looking at the zoom model. They actually have one that has an optical zoom lens on it, and that one's only 12 megapixel, but the Pro is 20. So
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought, especially get on a cool desert location or an old road or whatever. And then I actually do want to start doing video more.
Yeah.
So, because everyone wants that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's becoming probably just kind of like everybody. You need to do it at some level to get the work or to keep the work, maybe. Yeah. Huh. Well, that'd be kind of cool. And yeah, and the quality of the cameras that are on those things are, perfectly good. I mean, there's no issues.
Oh no, like this one's pretty remarkable, really. I mean, I've watched a bunch of sample videos and stuff, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, very very high level. Yeah, well, maybe Santa will bring you one of those in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, I think. What have we got? Like I said, I'm taking off most of the week. I don't know maybe I'll do some photography inside. I think I might try to set that up downstairs and see what maybe do some album photography with the large format. That might be interesting. I think it might be kind of fun. See if I can. That way the cats won't bother me because that's down in the basement away from the cats, so I can actually do some stuff without being bothered by the cats. That might be fun. I might try that. How about you guys? Any plans to go out? You going anywhere for Christmas or anything, or staying local? Or
I think I'm going to go down to the wetlands tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So I don't have to work.
Okay. Yeah. You have the whole week off?
Yeah, I got the whole week off. So.
Good. Yeah, that's a neat place. I mean, that's a nice it's a nice resource for you to have it there.
Yeah.
I'm sure the weather's probably going to be pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice. So.
Good. How about you, Dennis? Going anywhere?
It's raining there today. It's probably going to rain tomorrow.
Okay. So you're staying inside then? Yeah. I think it's actually supposed to be not too bad here, but I don't think I'll be able to go out. But it's supposed to be decent for most of the week, and then kind of rainy at the end of the week. So we'll see. Maybe I can get out on Wednesday. And some time on Wednesday, maybe I can go out. If not, I think I am gonna try to fiddle around and try to do some photography with the album covers. That might be kind of interesting. I got like a box and a half of Ektar sitting down there. I got to use it at some point, I guess. So.
We'll do Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, that's true. I could do the tree. I've got the tree. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that might be a good thing. We did actually set up the tree downstairs too for the first time. Since the cats can't get down there. Yeah, that might be good. I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll spend some time down in the basement on Wednesday with the large format camera.
Are you going to develop your own?
No. I'll probably send these off for processing if it's color. I should. Yeah, I probably will this time.
You
gotta try it, Mark. You gotta try it.
Yeah, I should have put that on the wish list. I built out my little wish list for Christmas stuff, and I don't know what I'm getting off of it yet. But I should have added that on. Although I couldn't have gone. Can you get that through? No, I don't think you can get that through Amazon. I would have had to go through Freestyle Camera, right? Yeah, probably the best place to get that. Yeah, maybe I'll get that. All right, you talked me into it, Dennis.
Okay, go for it.
Because since Wes tried the sous vide out and it works as far as keeping the bath good enough. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll do that. I'll double up a couple shots and test them out. Get the.
I've converted my Jobo from its old capillary thermostat to electronic control now. But I haven't tried it yet. So that's something I've got to do.
Yeah. No, I think I will. Maybe I will get those. Get the 1 liter kit, and give it a try. That might be fun. I think I will. I think I'll do that. I'm going to take some of my holiday money, Christmas money, and I'm going to buy the chemicals, and I'll do a couple double shots, and I'll develop one set and then if it comes out, then I'll be good, and I'll develop the other set. If it doesn't, then I can at least send the other one away and have a professional do it.
It shouldn't be that difficult. If you get your temperature right, you'll be surprised how easy it is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will.
If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do it, and then if I mix up the chemicals and keep them, I should be able to they should last for a few months, so I can get that'll get me through the spring, where I should be able to get some more color stuff. So okay.
Yeah, just get the wine stoppers and pump the air out the bottles.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll get that. I've got some time here this week, so maybe I'll investigate that and get some of that ordered. That'd be fun. I'll do that. All right, guys. Hey, Merry Christmas to you, Dennis, Wes.
And you have a nice Christmas.
Yeah, you too, Pat. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, take care. Good to see you. And next, we're good. We'll be here next Sunday. So if you're getting bored editing images and you want to pop in, feel free.
Yeah, I'll try for sure.
Of course, you might not want to start a computer anymore after that, but
Yeah, I might just smash it or something.
yeah. Take that filter. Yeah, that filter's big enough. You could use that as a hammer, probably. And smash it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, good one.
All right, take care.
Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next week. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye.